After his dominant victory over Justin Gaethje at UFC 254, Khabib Nurmagomedov recently overtook Jon Jones as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the rankings. Jon Jones is not happy about this and has been very vocal on social media. Khabib recently reacted to taking Jon Jones' spot in the rankings and posted this on his Instagram with the caption, "It was work of my life. I never got anything easy, and nothing was given to me because I'm a nice guy. Hard work, hope for Allah and patience. These three ingredients helped me to get successful. And of course control and advices from my father who invested in me a lot of time and work." Jan Blachowicz recently called out Israel Adesanya for his first title defense. He posted this on his Twitter saying, "I have heard that Israel Adesanya wants to fight me next. No problem, if you are ready to fight in March, let's do this. Prepare for some fireworks, guys." Dana White in a recent interview with Zach Gelb said that Conor McGregor hasn't signed his bout agreement with Dustin Poirier. He also says that he expects Khabib to come back and go for the 30-0 record.
Obviously Conor and Poirier got online and started talking about fighting. We sent them both bout agreements for them to fight, and they haven't signed them yet. So I don't know. I can't speak for Poirier, but I know Conor hasn't signed his. I don't know if Dustin did. Yeah, listen, I've never had either guy say they would fight and then not fight. So Conor's never done that, and neither has Dustin. So I would assume they're going to fight. No, nobody knew. Not even his coach. Nobody knew. I was sitting there going, "Oh my God, you got to be kidding me!" But I'll tell you this, and I haven't told anybody this yet. Khabib and I have been talking, and he was completely emotional that night. When he got through that fight, I have a feeling that he might go for 30-0. Yeah, I do. I think that he's not going to retire. I think his dad wanted him to get to 30-0, and I think he wants to honor his dad's wish. One.
It's hot. Like, you could be the greatest technician, the greatest textbook fighter, but if you don't have the heart, I never
So I have an opponent for November 21st. It's Mickey Gold's dad. I'm fighting Mickey Gold's dad.
Anthony Smith on Sirius XM says that Jon Jones' ego won't allow him to recognize Khabib's recent accomplishments.
I think that Jon Jones is the GOAT. I think that right now, Khabib is the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world. If we look at their last 3 fights, or last 5 fights, I think that Khabib has tougher fights there, which kind of sucks because I'm on Jon Jones' list. But Jon Jones had all decisions. Arguably, he lost 2 of those. Khabib has 3 finishes over the 3 toughest, baddest motherfuckers on the planet. I just think pound for pound is a recency bias thing. I think that right now it's Khabib. I think that the GOAT talk is a kind of a culmination of the entire career. I think hands down, that's Jon Jones. I don't think there's any questions there. I get why Jon's mad. I absolutely get why he's mad. Khabib asked for the pound for pound ranking. That's what he wanted. Jon is making an argument for the greatest of all time. They're talking about 2 completely different things, and I don't think Jon looks at, he just wants the #1 everything. Again, Jon Jones' ego won't allow him to step back and say, all right, well, maybe recently Khabib has done the heavier lifting and looked better and gotten the finishes. And I just think Jon Jones is arguing the wrong thing. I don't think anyone's disagreeing for the most part, as far as the masses go, that he's probably the greatest of all time. And Jon even said that. He was like, this recency bias thing is just crazy. That's exactly what the pound for pound rankings are, idiot. Like, it is a recent thing. Like, greatest of all time is a culmination of your entire career as a whole. Look at it from the outside, and who had the tougher schedule, who had the most finishes, who beat the tougher guys in their prime. And that's Jon Jones. But I think right now, the pound for pound #1 ranked guy should be Khabib.
146 even.
146 pounds, the official weight for Bryce Mitchell.
184.
Official weight 184 pounds for Anderson Silva.
Kamaru Kamaru Usman on his Instagram live gives his thoughts on Justin Gaethje's performance against Khabib Nurmagomedov.
What did you think of Justin? I think Justin is a phenomenal fighter. It was just the way the story was written. It was time for Khabib to go out there and do that and retire and walk away from the sport. So, nothing against it. I think Justin's a savage. If you guys could just see some of our training sessions, and you guys would understand how much of a savage this man is. A lot of people know, but that man is a real deal.
Yeah, we may have a problem.
Getting ready to start cutting that weight, and as I start going through it, I get into a really dark place. You used to have all these little thoughts that come in. And when I do, I think about my little brother. Rest in peace. I think about my grandmother. And I think about where I would be if they were here, and if they ever watch it. And I just want you to know that I go through it too. I hurt every day. And I want you to know that you can turn this around and be positive. You can have them looking down at you and show them how proud they are. So this is to anybody who's been through something who hurts. I hurt with you, man. Rest in peace to my brother and my grandma.
Kenny Florian on the Anik and Florian podcast speaks on Khabib's win over Justin Gaethje.
He really is a great study for a lot of the professional fighters out there who want to kind of mimic that trajectory and that way of being a champion and kind of having that aura about him. I think he really went about it the right way. He got himself a bunch of experience before he went to the UFC. He slowly worked his way up. Fought everybody there was to fight, gained a ton of experience, consistently would get better and improve himself. And then when he had that opportunity to position himself as a championship contender, all he did was get better and shine and shine. And that is just, the best way to sum up Khabib Nurmagomedov. The guy is a phenom. It's been amazing to see what he's done. We called his first fight in the UFC against Kamal Shalarus, and man, what a ride. What a pleasure it was to see that guy's whole career in the UFC.
What? What'd you say? You getting smart there? We accept Roy. What? If Conor McGregor wants to fight. No problem, mate, yeah? No problem. A proper fight, but